This is just a brief update on the 3 Erythronium revolutum hybrids I did a video of just the other week to see how they're progressing and how they've changed, how the leaves that had very dark markings have faded out. In this one, they've remained a bit better in this one, and this one, the last one, is probably got the best leaf. But as you remember, that's the one I think that had the palest flower. So this is the one that's flowers came out first, dancing about here in quite a breeze. It's kept good colour. That's the colour. What's quite nice actually is it's gathering this lovely two-tone effect on the back of the flowers as they're going over. So really quite nice and two-tone. Also you'll see three flowers, usually on a stem. Here's the other one, which had the, I think, the darker M marking in the centre. Slightly darker leaves. Getting a bit of two-tone, but not quite so dramatic as the other one. Number 1 also had larger flowers. And then the final one, which has come out, this is the one the flowers came out later. The flowers were a bit pale. But they've picked up quite a nice colour. An interesting picture here, if you ever heard double flowers, here is 2 flowers. It's almost as if the stems, well, it's not fasciated stem, it's the pedicels. The flower stem has fasciated, so they've joined and united at the top, so 2 flowers. So 3 flowers again per stem. And so that's the 3 of them, how they're looking now. So to be honest, they've all got good qualities. They might all be worth it. And just to add to the confusion, here's another one that I've brought in from the same group, same parentage, good leaves, come a bit later, nice flowers, good M, cluster of 3 flowers. If that's going to be typical, that's quite an interesting feature, that the flowers are a cluster at the top. There's just 2 flowering this year here in this pot, and both tend to do that, where with the others you can see the flower stem, the individual flower stems are quite separate and there's a distance between them, whereas this one forms in a cluster at the top, which may or may not be a desirable feature. Just while I'm watching, if you get that on your Erythronium leaves in the frames and we get damp weather, then that picks up mould, which will then cross-infect to the healthy leaf. So try and take off the falling flower parts. So there we go, there's the added into the mix, a brief update on my 3 hybrids now become 4. There are so many hybrids in the garden, I really will be quite ruthless in assessing them, which ones we will, if any, name.